Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Rockets. And Houston is looking to play Texas big. Here we go. Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Pacers trying to take advantage of their home court in this one before leaving Indiana. And, of course, Kevin Porter. Team moving on here without him.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
Back to Bertans. No good on the three. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Inside. Shots good by Turner. And tonight's game, like so many, could come down to the three-point shooting for each team. Greg, there are debates as to whether that style alone can win you a championship in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, there's never a substitute for balance. And coaches and players are too smart. You have to keep your opponents guessing. But leave no doubt, the three-pointer is here to stay. You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Duarte for three. Buries the long-range jumper. Turner's got 5 now.
Yeah, in today's basketball world, big men have to shoot it, and Turner's got a nice touch and pretty good range out there.
To Tucker. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Indiana.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Another miss by Houston. The Pacers off to a quick start here. And again, it's Indiana.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Over in the corner, Bertans. Wall looking it over. Lock at 6. Here's Smart. Drills the three-pointer.
And, of course, this is Smart's biggest hurdle. Sometimes he looks great shooting the three. Sometimes, though, it's just the opposite.
Now, here's Halliburton. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Pass to Brogdon. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Now here's Wall. Over in the corner, Bertans. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Well, that's an easy pass for John Wall to make. As soon as he spots his teammate wide open, he's dropping that dime on time and on target.
Here's Halliburton. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Hield. And then Hield with the tongue.
Boy, Brogdon has such outstanding vision as a playmaker. Easily spots the wide open man there.
Despite being a first-team All-American in college, Malcolm Brogdon Clark was his second-round pick in 2016.
Yeah, NBA teams found out quickly that they had slept on this guy. He won Rookie of the Year, the first winner drafted in the second round since 1965, Kevin. His numbers have only gone up. Malcolm's become one of the game's more reliable guards, and his leadership is platinum level.
Here is Wall. Following the basket by Buddy Hield. Gordon. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Good quickness on the catch and shoot. Gordon giving the defense no time to react off the pass.
Left side, Turner. Brogdon outside. And stolen by Gordon. The three from Bertans. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Three-pointer. And Indiana, another 3.
Good intelligent basketball on the part of Turner there. Assists like that will make the defense think twice about how they're going to defend him.
Now here's Wall. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Bertans. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Tucker. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Tell you what, for a guy who's inconsistent from 3, Tucker's showing you he can be scary out there at times for a defense.
Here's Halliburton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his second personal foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Tyrese Halliburton, 2 shots.
Halliburton hits them both. 6 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's Wall with the drive. Here's Bertans for 3. Buddy Hield has been leading the charge for Indiana. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. And we'll be right back.
All right, look who's coming onto the court.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The Houston Rockets are rebuilding. That's a hard pivot for a team that, until last season, was pursuing titles. The new front office has been candid. Presented challenges as they look to go young and stack up draft picks. They plan to make constant bets on unproven talent as they build toward the future. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell.
That's his first personal foul.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Hardaway with a wide open look.
And their offense has all but disappeared this quarter, shooting in the low 30s for the game. They had some success in that first quarter, but not much since then.
Here's Rubio. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Turner with the screen. The 3. And the foul on Miles Turner. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal
He
foul.
must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
Yeah, that's a good one there, man. I tell you, I appreciate the effort, but he overdid it just a bit there. He needed to get called for the foul. And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
And the first thing you notice about Green, the next level athleticism, incredible burst off the dribble, and makes smooth adjustments midair.
Rubio misses. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Houston. Trailing here by 8. Pass to Tucker. Lets the 3 fly. And he's good on the 3 ball.
3.
Tucker's got his second basket of the night. And one can only imagine what Green will be like, Greg, with a little time.
He's still refining his shot release, still working on getting others involved. But we haven't seen a 2-guard into the league with this much potential in quite some time.
Five to shoot. Hardaway, no good. Pacers leading by 5. Here's Duarte. Pass to Brissett. To the middle. Turner inside. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Brissett's got his first points of the game.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted. But the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
to Brissett. Launches a three. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Brissett's got 5 points so far.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Shots good by Green.
3 points.
And down the road, Greg, which current player might make for the best coach?
Well, I'm always partial to the point guards. And if you're looking for leadership, man, Chris Paul, Mike Conley, those guys, I think are destined to coach. I think LeBron would be a great one as well, but I got a sneaky suspicion he just rather hold the team.
Dennis Schroeder. Rockets call timeout. Fans, your place made.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Brissett. A second chance effort. And the layup is up and in. Brissett's got his third bucket of the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Pass to Gordon. And stolen by McConnell. Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Pacers.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Well, another thing that's immediately gone right for them is their three-point shooting.
He hits the second from the line. Rockets trail by 7. Schroeder, right side. Back to Gordon. Driving in. The three from Bertans. And another three for Houston.
We often talk about Gordon's scoring ability, but there, great feed to an open teammate.
And the basket by Rubio. And the Pacers lead by 6. 52 seconds left in the first half. They set the screen. Pass to Tucker. Three-pointer. The rebound by Turner. To the paint. Here's Brissett. The Rockets pull it in. Schroeder looking around. And here's Gordon. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Fires from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. Gordon's got 5.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Here's Schroeder. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Schroeder is so quick. He can get to the hoop at will. He's a really dynamic player, especially on the drive.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pacers lead by... And as we get to this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Here's Wall. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Tucker. And some nice passing there by Houston. Now Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Gordon. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Gordon's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets.
And great to see Wall beat a couple major injuries. And to attack rehab twice. Doesn't always get enough credit for his dedication to the game.
Timeout charge to the Pacers.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Rockets on defense. The lead is 2. McConnell in the corner. Beyond the arc. Drains the three-pointer. And for Wall, Greg, has his game changed at all now that he's into his 30s?
And he's so much stronger now. Just as liable to go through you, set around you. Better at varying the tempo and controlling the pace of the game.
Out to Hardaway. Out to the wing. Back to Bertans. They get it back. Tucker. Pass to Bertans. Here's Hardaway. 5 on the clock. And there's the drive. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Hits the three-point bomb. Gordon's got 11 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
It's really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating them to the spot. Well done.
Outside, Wall. With the drive. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Tell you one thing, it's a bonus to have a guard who can flush it like that. I mean, Wall gets up high on these jams.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alden.
Good evening, Kevin. Malcolm Brogdon has become a Pacers stalwart. He said, I fit the identity of this team as an underdog that overperforms and proves people wrong. I've been asked to be the leader of this team. I lead with my voice and by example. I'll be fearless on the court so that my teammates can follow. Kevin?
I love what he's about, David. Thank you. For 3, Brogdon. Bertans grabs the board. Right side, Wall. Now a timeout called by Houston.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on to get out for your base mates. Substitution for the Rockets, Jalen Green.
Outside, Wall. Over to the left wing. And he gets it to go from the corner. Wall's got his second bucket of the game to go.
When the ball gets to Wall, he's going to be ready. Defense has to be ready too, or he'll let it fly the second he touches it.
Pass to Hield. That ball, nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Here's Wall, and it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does. They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Down low. Pass to Bertans. No good that time. So Indiana will take it the other way.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's Duarte. Turner. And Turner stays with it. Turner's got 7.
That's all about the ticker for Turner. Big heart, a real juggernaut on the boards who uses those long arms exceedingly well to get second chance opportunities.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Second team foul.
And so it's Indiana with it. It's a 3-point game. Hield outside. 6 to shoot. For the tie. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And we're seeing what a volume scorer Hield can be on his good nights. It's hard to put a cap on him once he gets rolling.
Pass to Bertans. Puts it up from 7, and he can't bank that one in.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Timeout called the Rockets.
And Kevin, when we talk about new age bigs in the NBA, one of the first I think of is Miles Turner. Here's a guy who has led the league in blocks, but can also stretch the floor.
Teams changing it up here. Halliburton right side. Over Smart. Indiana with a new shot clock. Back to Smith for the lead. Rebounded by Jackson.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Now here's Schroeder. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. No good on the last second attempt there. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And coming up as soon as...
Come on and get loud. For your base mates. It's the fourth.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for Indiana. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Out to Smith to take the lead. Traps in the tray. Smith's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Pacers. Now Wall. And Tucker has it in the corner. Back to Wall. He takes it in. 4 on the clock. Houston needs to get a shot up. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Shot by Hill. Nobody around. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustments.
Tucker with the ball. Ogden picks him up. Back to Tucker. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Yeah, that's another score for Tucker. He's made a major contribution tonight, producing above his norm.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Wall. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Your base mates.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. It's Wall with the drive. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
Healed from outside. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Outstanding execution that time. Hardaway Jr. loves being the guy they go to in these situations.
Turner inside. Indiana again turning it over. Rockets trail. Outside, Wall. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Shot clock at 6. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Indiana with it. Here's Duarte. Halliburton outside. There's the three. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Pacers lead by 5.
You know, to me, this is what you love seeing from Turner. The willingness to give the ball up and get his guys going.
And it's sent back by Turner. Now the Pacers moving it up. Halliburton for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Houston moving it around. The Rockets with another miss. Pacers leading by 5. Brogdon outside. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
1:21 left in the fourth. Hield outside. Shot clock at 5. Back to Turner. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And that one's good, Brogdon.
Brogdon does a nice job using his body close to the basket. He's a strong guard who knows what to do down there.
Outside, Wall. Back to Tucker. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Tucker does not shy away from contact, not afraid at all. He expects it, sees it coming, stays poised, and gets the and one chance there.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
To the inside. Stolen by Tucker.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Second team foul.
Gets the first, and that puts it a 3-point lead.
Yeah, you know, he's a big guy that has tremendous agility and already is an elite defender. Miles Turner now has to work on being dominant on offense.
Left side, Wall. And the 3 off target. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Out to the right wing. Tucker. The rebound by Turner. And they go to the intentional foul.
Eric Gordon. That's his first personal foul. Fourth team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. So it's Indiana picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt
Face it, brother.